Hello dear students, welcome back to the NCERT science class of 8th standard. Dear students, in the previous class we have studied about about the microorganisms, in which we have studied about the microorganisms which causes the diseases in case of plants and animals, that we have studied in the previous class. That is, the first we have studied about the microorganism which causes the diseases in the animals. Yes, these microorganisms spread from the infected person to the healthy person by the 4 or 5 ways, or 3 to 4 ways. First one is by air, water, food, and by physical contacts, and fifth one, that is by animals like mosquitoes and all. Isn't it? By this way, the disease causing microorganisms spread from the infected person to the healthy person. Yes, that we have studied. Next, dear students, this one, the different types of diseases we have studied: the tuberculosis, TB, then measles, then chickenpox, polio. These are the diseases which spread, which occurs in the animals, that spread or that occurs in the human being, that is by air and water. Isn't it? Air, that is spread by the air. In that such cases, what we have to do? We have to isolate the patient. We have to quarantine the patient. Isn't it? Next after this one, the bacterial diseases like cholera and typhoid, that is spread by the water and food. Water and food. That is typhoid and cholera, that is spread from the infected person to the healthy person, or contaminated. If you drink the contaminated water, what happens? The typhoid bacteria that will goes to our stomach. What happens? That may will leads for the typhoid. That it causes the. It means that may occurs due to the salmonella typhi bacteria. In such cases, what happens? We have to drink the boiled water and purified water. Then after this one, we have studied the another, that is the disease that is called as the hepatitis A, that is spread by the virus by the water. In such cases also, we have to drink the boiled and purified water. The next, malaria is a disease which occurred by the protozoa. Protozoa, and that is mosquito. In such cases, what happens? We have to cover ourselves with the clothes, and we have to avoid the catchment, the stagnation of water in the catchment areas, and also we have to use the mosquito repellents. Yes, these are the diseases that we have studied in the animals. Next, we have studied the diseases in the plants, that is citrus canker. Then next, rust of weeds that we have studied. Then rust of weeds. Then after this one, yellow veins, mosaic of the bendy, that we have studied, that is caused by the bacteria, fungus, and viruses, that is spread by the air, water, and insects, that we have studied. And also we have studied the food poisoning, means the increase of microbial activity in the food, due to which the food gets spoiled or denaturing the food due to the increase of microorganisms. Denaturifying the food due to the increase of microbial activity in the food is called as the food spoiling. And this food, by consuming this spoiled food, we will suffer by the disorder that is called as the food poisoning. That symptoms of food poisoning are vomiting, that is headache also, and stomach ache. These are the symptoms of the food poisoning, isn't it? Now we are going to study in case of when we keep the food in open area, when we let it out, what happens in the food? What happens? The microbes will grow and that denaturify the food, that spoils the food. Yes, if we keep the food openly, what happens? The food may spoil due to the increase of microbes in the food. And what we have to do? We have to protect the food from the microorganisms. How it is possible? By storing in the preservatives. That is, storage or protection of food from the microorganisms is called as the preservation of food. Yes, storing the food or preventing the food from the microorganisms is called as the preservation of food. Here, dear students, different methods in your textbook has given for the preservations. The very first one, that is chemical method, preservation method. Preservation of food. Preservation of food. That is first one. That is preservation by the chemicals. In first topic, that is crop production and management, that you have studied in there, you have studied in storage. There how the grains are stored, they are protected from the moisture, insects, rats and all, how they are protected. Like that, here the food is preserved. See, by adding the different chemicals they add. In the ancient time they used the neem tree. But nowadays the different chemicals like boric acid and all, they are adding with the soil, they are adding with the grains and all, they are stored to protect from the insects and all. Like that, here also the number of chemicals are available in the market that protects the food from the microorganisms. Here, see, commonly the edible oil and the salt. Edible oil and salt are using, that is salt and edible oil. Edible oil. Edible oil. Edible oil is using. Edible oil. Salt and edible oil is using to preserve the food. See what happens? Due to adding the salt, it may reduce the moisture. It may kill the, due to the salty nature, it may kill the microorganisms of the food. And oils also prevent the activity of microbes. Next, dear students, by this way we can preserve the different food materials. In your textbook has given the pickles. Yes, pickles and the squash, jam and all, that we can provide. And next, along with that, some number of some chemical substances are available. That is sodium benzoate and sodium metabisulfate. That is sodium benzoate, and sodium metabisulfate. Sodium benzoate and sodium metabisulfate is available in the market. That is added to the food material that prevents the microorganisms, or that prevents the food from the microorganisms. That is commonly salt and edible oils. Edible oil is added with water that prevents the microbial activity in the food. And also nowadays the chemicals like sodium benzoate and sodium metabisulfate is added with water, and that prevents the food. That by this way we can store the food like see jam, squash, pickles, isn't it? By this method we can provide. The next method, that is prevention of food by the preservation by common salt. Preservation by common salt. Preservation by common salt. See, like here fish fishes, meat, egg, etc. They will preserve by the adding the salt. By adding the salt, what happens? Used for the preservation of it meal, that is covered with a dry salt. Dry salt is using to check the growth of bacteria. Salting is also used for the prevention of amla and raw mangoes and the tamarind, also stored by this method. Mainly the fishes, the bangla fish, that is stored with the help of stored in the salt. That will store for the long time. Here together we can store. Yes, and you might have saw the mummies and all that also in the Egypt that they stored in the salt. Yes, meat and egg for export to the foreign country it takes more time. Means if you want to export the food material for the foreign or any foreign countries or for so far distance, it takes more time. For that we have to store the food in the salt. It means like flesh, like fish and meat and egg and mangoes, some amount of mangoes, amla and all that tamarinds that are also stored in the salt. Yes. Next come to the third method, that is preservation by sugar. Preservation by sugar. See here what happens? The sugar checks the moisture level. Sugar checks the moisture level of the food. Here reduces the moisture. Sugar reduces the moisture. You might eat the chocolates and all that may packed before 1 year or 2 years. If you see the manufacture date, it may be of before of 1 year or 2 years. They are the food material, but why they are not spoiled? Why the chocolates are not getting spoiled? It is due to the presence of sugar. Sugar reduces the moisture level of the food. Moisture level of the food and checks the bacteria. Checks the bacteria, reduces the moisture. That by this way, jam, squash, and next the jellies and all that will be stored by adding the sugars. The next, after this one, preservation by the oils and vinegars. Oils and vinegars. Oils and vinegars. Vinegars means acetic acid. Yes. Dilute acetic acid is called as vinegars. Here, oils and vinegars, they are adding the pickles. Pickles are stored for the long time. Here together we will store by adding the vinegars, by adding the oils. Isn't it? The pickle, the food like a pickles. And next, here the meat also he has given fishes, fruits, and next the meat also preserved by this method. Preservation by the oils and vinegars. Next come to the preservation by the heating. Preservation by heating. Here the students what happen? On rising the temperature of a food material, you want to have experience in our house. What happens? Mother, before storing the refrigerator, they warm the milk. They heat the milk. At night time, they heat the milk, they want the milk. What happens on heating or boiling? What happens? Whatever the microorganisms are present in the milk, they will die. On heating or rising the temperature more than 70 degrees Celsius, if we rise the temperature more than 70 degrees Celsius, what happens? The microbes may die. The process of killing of microorganisms on rising the temperature from the food material is called as a pasteurization. The process of killing of microorganisms, the killing of microorganisms on heating is called as the pasteurization, isn't it? Pasteurization, that is the process of killing of microorganisms on heating more than 70 degrees Celsius. The process of killing of microorganisms from the food more than 70 degrees Celsius is called as the pasteurization, isn't it? Next, another one, that is preservation by packing. See, some food materials like dry fruits and vegetables and the solids and scale sealed in the airtight board pack. See what happens, dear students? The vegetables and fruits that have to transport, for example, apples and all some fruits are there. They will pack in a airtight packages and all. By storing in a airtight fruits and some vegetables, if it packed in a airtight, then what happens? That prevents from the spoil. That is, these are the different methods of preservation of food. The first one is the preservation of food by the chemical method like salt and edible oil. Nowadays, that is sodium benzoate and sodium metabisulfate. In examination, you ask, name the chemicals by which the food is preserved. That is, first one is, you can write the salt and edible oil, and after that the sodium metabisulfate and sodium benzoate. Next, preservation of salt, preservation of food by the common salt. The food like fish and meat and egg, these are the foods we can store with the help of, we can preserve with the help of salt. Next, dear students, the preservation of food with the help of sugar. See, that sugar reduces the moisture level, by which if the moisture level increases, the food may lead to the spoilage. That to prevent the spoilage of food, in food materials the sugar is added. The next, in some food materials oils and vinegars are added, like fruits and all. The next, after this one, on heating also the food we can preserve. That process is called as the pasteurization, isn't it? Then after this one, prevention by packing. The fruits and vegetables, they can pack in a pockets to preserve from the microorganisms, isn't it? Next, dear students, the last concept of this topic, that is nitrogen cycle. In case of nitrogen cycle, what is the role of microorganisms? Why it is necessary to teach? You might have studied in 7th standard. You might have studied in 7th standard about the nitrogen fixation. Nitrogen fixation by the bacteria like Rhizobium, Nostoc and Aminobacteria. See, in case of nitrogen cycle, you might have thinking that why the nitrogen cycle is necessary in this topic. See here, nitrogen cycle takes place with the help of microorganisms. I will tell you and explain the nitrogen cycle before going to study. See, plant needs nitrogen. Plant needs nitrogen. Why? for the synthesis of protein molecule. In carbohydrates you will not get the nitrogen. Carbohydrates are those compounds which contains carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Yes, but proteins are those organic compounds which contains carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. Nitrogen is there. Plant needs nitrogen, but there is no any way to get the nitrogen in the plants. Then how the nitrogen moves into the plants? The nitrogen, the plants, they will not take directly nitrogen from the atmosphere. In the atmosphere, nitrogen is present in the 78%. Yes, 78% of nitrogen is present in the atmosphere, but plants and animals, they will not take directly the nitrogen through their respiration. Yes, then how they are taking? The nitrogen is taken by the plants with the help of the bacteria which are present in the soil. See, in the soil, thousands together types of microorganisms are present. Billions together types of microorganisms are present, in which some special microorganisms are present. They help in the nitrogen fixation. What happens? In the atmosphere, nitrogen is present in the 78%. That nitrogen is trapped by the bacteria which are present in the soil, like rhizobium bacteria is very best bacteria to trap the atmospheric nitrogen. See what happens? In the soil, the rhizobium bacteria is present. They trap the atmospheric nitrogen. They trap the atmospheric nitrogen and gives to the roots in the form of nitrates and nitrites, nitrogenous compounds. They will convert the nitrogen into nitrogen compounds. Yes, means the bacteria which are present in the soil. It means we are studying the microorganisms in this topic. Here what happens? The microorganisms trap the macroorganisms trap the atmospheric nitrogen and gives to the plants. The plant takes the nitrogen and it will supply to the each and every part of the plant body, and even in the fruits also, in the vegetables also. By consuming these fruits and vegetables, we will also get the nitrogen. Yes, that we will study the nitrogen cycle in this topic. See here what happens. In your textbook he has given very clearly the nitrogen N2 in the atmosphere. Shortly I will write ATM, atmosphere, nitrogen in the atmosphere. Here what happens? Nitrogen in the atmosphere that is taken by that will convert it into that is trapped by the nitrogen fixation. N2 fixation by the bacteria. In the soil. Then from here that will convert to the bacteria in turn fix the nitrogen into the nitrogenous compounds. Bacteria turns nitrogen to the nitrogen compounds, nitrogenous compounds. Yes, from here the nitrogen compounds of nitrogen in the soil. Compounds of nitrogen in the soil. The next after this one, from there again one way, the atmospheric nitrogen that will also convert into the nitrogen compound by lightning. I will tell you. Lightning. Yes. Next after this one, that compound of nitrogen is taken by the plants. That is taken by the plants. Then by feeding the plants, animals will not get the nitrogen. From here the animal excretes the waste material, nitrogenous waste. Then again it will return back to the soil. Then from the soil what happens? Some amount of bacteria are present. They will turn the free nitrogen to the free nitrogen. Then that will again go to the atmosphere. I will explain you very clearly. See what happens? In the atmosphere, nitrogen is present. In the atmosphere, nitrogen is present. How much? That is 78% of nitrogen is present. 78% of nitrogen is present in the atmosphere. That is unable to take by the plants and animals directly. Then how it is going up? See what happens? That nitrogen is trapped by the microorganisms like a bacteria in the soil. In nitrogen fixation, that is called as nitrogen fixation. Nitrogen fixation is of two types. One is biological fixation, that is by bacteria. Another one is by lighting. See what happens due to the lighting? What happens? Nitrogen, whatever the nitrogen is present, that will convert into the nitrates and nitrite. That will go to the compounds of nitrogen in the soil. That will pour in the form of rain. Yes. Then nitrogen fixation by bacteria, and these nitrogen fixation bacteria turns into the nitrogen compounds, nitrates and nitrites. First they trap the atmospheric nitrogen and they will convert into the nitrates and nitrites. Then nitrites that will go to the nitrogen compounds in the soil. In the soil what happens? They will convert into the bacteria convert the nitrogen into the nitrogenous and nitrogenous compounds in the soil. These nitrogenous compounds that is taken by the plants. They take the plants. Means the nitrogenous compounds that is taken by the plants with the help of roots. Yes, and they will supply to each and every part of the plant body. Even in the roots and vegetables and leaf, that is taken by the animals. That is feed the animals feeds on the plants, herbivorous plants and all. Then when animals excrete the waste material in the form of nitrogenous waste like urea and all, excrete the waste material, and also when the animal dies, that whatever the nitrogenous substance is present, that will go to the soil again. Then will go to the soil again. Then in the soil what happens? Nitrogen increases, and here in the soil the nitrogen fixing bacteria are present, means trapping bacteria are present. Along with these bacteria, nitrogen, they will make the nitrogenous compounds into the free atmospheric nitrogen. Alternate process. Some bacteria they trap the atmospheric nitrogen. Some bacteria they make the nitrogenous compounds to the free atmospheric nitrogen. Free atmospheric nitrogen again, the nitrogen goes to the atmosphere. Like that, the nitrogen cycle will rotate continuously. Isn't it? That's very important as point of examination weave. See how the atmospheric nitrogen, first atmospheric nitrogen in the atmosphere that is trapped by the bacteria, and that bacteria converts the atmospheric nitrogen to nitrogenous compounds, and that will go to the soil. And from the soil, and one more way, due to the lightning what happens? Atmospheric nitrogen that will convert to the nitrogen compounds in the soil, that will pour in the form of rain. Then again what happens to the students? These nitrogen from the soil that is taken by the plants, and supplies to each and every part of the plant body. From the plant, that is nitrogen is taken by the animals by feeding on the plants. Then nitrogen will move to the animals, and the animals excrete the waste material in the soil. And also the animals will die due to the death of the animals. Whatever the nitrogen is present in the body, whatever the nitrogen is present in the excrete of the animals, that will go to the soil. Then from the soil, what happens, dear students? In the soil, some number of bacteria are present. They make the nitrogenous compounds into the free atmospheric nitrogen. One type of bacteria, they trap the atmospheric nitrogen. Another type of bacteria, they make that nitrogen into the free. That is, then when they free, that will goes to the atmosphere. Like that, it continues the cycle. That is called as the nitrogen cycle. nitrogen cycle. Yes, in 7th standard we have studied about the nitrogen fixation, trapping of atmospheric nitrogen by the nitrogen fixing bacteria like rhizobium and all is called as the nitrogen fixation. That's all about the today's class.